Hello. So, I've downloaded two things, and it is my paranormal curiosity as to whether I'm going to be able to use these items in the meantime while I save up for bigger and better equipments. I've been wanting to do paranormal investigations for years. It's something that I've watched on YouTube since I was a little kid, from Ghost Adventures right up to Sam and Colby. If you like Sam and Colby, we should be friends. But I found these two things. I saw a couple of people using them on like TikTok, and I don't know if they're actually gonna work. So the first one that I got was they're both from GhostTube. One of them has pre-recorded words in a dictionary that can kind of just get spat out using different frequencies. I'm not entirely sure how it works. I think it's kind of similar to, is it the Ovilus or the Alice box? I think it's the Alice box. So it's kind of similar to the Alice box, where it has all of the different words already in a pre-recorded dictionary, and it spits it out at you whenever there is a frequency. The spirits can, like, it's almost like, you know, when you had like the little boxes of recipes and someone would like flip through them. I kind of imagine ghosts kind of doing that, flipping through it, and just kind of that one. That's how I kind of imagine it. And the other one is the GhostTube Vox, which is supposed to work similar to the spirit box. So it flips through radio frequencies. Like, I've gone through the reviews, and there is a lot of stupid people that just don't know how a spirit box works, all giving the app 1 star and being like, it just goes through radio frequencies. That's what a spirit box is, people. If you had ever watched a paranormal thing, you would know that that's what a spirit box does. It goes through radio frequencies and all that kind of stuff. So, going through everything, there is a limit to how long you can use the Vox, so I'm going to do that one first. And I am sat in my bedroom, and I am a little bit nervous about it as well, because, you know, so before I open it, it is currently 11:23, so I highly doubt I'm gonna get anything too much. 11:23 in the morning. I doubt I'm gonna get very much. My TV is off. It's not playing anything. You guys are here on my tablet. There's nothing. There's just me and my wife on my phone. I haven't opened the app yet. So what I'm gonna do, because it's also sunny out there, I'm gonna use some of that light and that warmth to surround my bedroom, fill it with all that goodness. And because it is also the day after Yule, we want all that good energy, we want all that renewal energy, and we want to just fill that up, make sure that everything in here is protected. I do not want any kind of negative intent being brought into this room, because this is where I sleep. If you disrespect it, you and I are gonna have a problem, and I'm getting all of the banishing equipment. You hear me? Don't make me have to banish your asses. Positive vibes only. And that is my little chaos breathing, inviting only positive energies and happiness and general communications. We are not doing any kind of harmfulness. Okay? Okay. So now I'm going to open the app. So I'm opening Vox, which is this one here. And we're going to do this one first because it has apparently a daily limit for their servers. So we're going to see how this works. So when you first open it, it goes like this, and it says GhostTube Vox. Welcome to GhostTube Vox. Use GhostTube Vox to record evidence during your paranormal investigations. And how it works, like I just said, unlike other paranormal apps, GhostTube Vox is not distributed with any pre-recorded sounds. Instead, GhostTube Vox continually generates sources new sounds online, giving Assurance that sounds generated are not pre-programmed. Sounds are selected from the changing sound bank based on readings from environmental sensors in your device. So it goes through all the different environmental things in your phone. So because I have TikTok on here, it might like flip through that. It might flip through radio frequencies. It might flip through Netflix. It might flip through like all different kinds of frequencies that are in your phone, including radio frequencies. It will go through all of those, just the same as a spirit box. It has, because it's connected to your phone, it's connected to Wi-Fi, it has a wider range, unlike a spirit box. So a spirit box can't go into multiple frequencies. It can only go through what's on the radio stream. So I'm assuming that that's what that means. So, how is it used? Paranormal investigators use GhostTube Vox to test paranormal theories. The main theory being tested by GhostTube Vox is that spirits can manipulate their environment to communicate. If spirits can manipulate their environment, they could potentially use this ability to select sounds from the sound bank in order to communicate, which is what we want. We want to invite spirits to communicate, to talk to us. It could be my ancestors, it could be recently passed relatives, it could be anybody from the history of the city that I'm in. I live in Edinburgh, which is an extremely paranormal city, and the building that I live in was built, I think, in the 1800s. It was one of the tenement buildings, like one of the original tenement buildings that I think it was built just after the plague. I would have to go and check my front door where I'll find a picture of I'll go outside and I'll take a picture of whenever this building was built, because it's carved in stone above my front door. So I will find a picture for that. Find a picture? I will just go and take a picture and find out exactly when this place was built. The next part that it has, so it gives you all of the information as you log in, which is why I'm so confused by all of the 1 stars. It's all pre-recorded. No, it's not. It's going through all of your frequencies. Like, it just made no sense to me. So debunking your evidence. Depending on the sensors used in your device, environmental factors such as nearby electronics and metals can trigger words, images, or alerts. Be sure to identify and debunk false alarms caused by environmental factors and consider the influence of your environment when interpreting results. Same rules as using a spirit box. Okay, you're nearly ready. Before you can use GhostTube to record your sessions, you need to grant it permission. So you have to give permissions to your phone. So while using the app, yes, allow. And we are ready. So like I said before, positive vibes only. I invite positive vibes, positive entities, perhaps my spirit guides, ancestors, dad, granddad, nana, granny, if you guys are around, maybe some of my spirit guides, any of my deities. Just don't scare the shit out of me, specifically Leviathan, because I know what you're like, sir. Please no. Be nice to me today. I'm feeling fragile. Let's go. I have acknowledged. Yes, continue. Okay, so when it first comes up, you have like little camera. So it's currently on my face. I think it's recording me. You've got all of these extra little bits down the side. I'm gonna... Yo! Hello! Do you want to say something else? Was that yo or yule? Can you repeat that? That started really, really quickly. Did you? In labor? Not anymore. Maybe once upon a time. I'm just gonna put this to the side and see what it... I mean...
Johnny.
Johnny? I mean, we've got a few Johns in our family. Is that your name, maybe? Wait, did I not just have a family member pass? No, that was... Was that no Phil? Oh, hello. I don't think it picked you up there. Do you want to say something else? Interesting. I'm not sure what that was. Was that possibly an infernal trying to come through? I heard hello, buddy. Some breathing. Oh, you're sorry? I don't know why you're sorry. Well, I would like to introduce myself for anybody who doesn't know me in this room. But my name is Vesper. I've been a practitioner for around 10 years, maybe longer. I thought I would just try out this app. I work with infernals, different spirit guides. I work with natural elements. I'm an eclectic pagan, so I follow many different paths. I'm gonna say that that knock there was just some kind of creaking in the walls. That happens a lot. It's a very, very old building, so it kind of makes sense. Are any of my spirit guides around? No? I guess not. I think I might have been left alone. I think they just kind of came in, had a peek, ran away again. That, or maybe they really don't like the fact that I have brought out something that they can communicate with. This would be the first time that I've ever had something like this in my house, let alone my bedroom. I'll give it another few minutes and see if we get any other kind of communication. If my spirit guides aren't around, do I have any ancestors nearby? Maybe my dad? My nana probably wouldn't like the fact that I'm using this. I'm pretty sure she was quite a spiritual woman. Well, I say spiritual woman, she was pretty religious. Witchcraft probably wasn't something that she agreed with, so I don't think she would come through here unless to yell at me. Is Granny or Papa around, maybe? No. Well, we're gonna flip to the other ghost thing. Since this one's gone a little bit dead, that's really bad timing. The second one is the one that has the pre-recorded list of words, the pre-recorded dictionary that kind of works similar to an Alice box. So you have all of the same.
Hello.
Hello. I think that's just I'm gonna assume that was just kind of like it showing you how it works. So it has a magnimeter as well. So so like if I bring it really, really close to my tablet, it goes off. Do you hear that? So it can feel all of that kind of frequencies. So I'm gonna keep it away from that. We will keep on normal. Hang on. Do we want the normal voice or do we want the creepy voice?
GhostTube.
Should we go with the creepy one? Just no. I'm gonna keep it normal for now because we want good vibes. We want good vibes. So we're gonna keep it with that for now. And we just give permissions to the app. Alright, so it comes up like that. It has the magnimeter, it listens to things, and then it listens down here at the bottom, and it shows you all of the different words. As far as I'm aware, there isn't a limit on this one. And then you've got all these things up here that I will explore at some point. But I'm going to put this down next to me here, and if anybody wants to say anything...
Certainly.
Thank you, certainly. You can just flip through these pre-recorded words and we can have a little chat. But good vibes, remember. Do I have anybody with me right now? Anybody from my ancestry line, maybe? Or maybe you're just someone who used to live in this building. Did you live nearby, maybe? Would you like to talk to me? Where? So we're in Edinburgh. Do you know where Edinburgh is? I'm really hoping that it's actually picking up for you guys over there. I'll turn it up on my phone a little bit.
It's what we want.
It's what you want? What's what you want? You want to communicate? Because that would be kind of cool if you would like to communicate with me. Is it easier to talk through this Alice box compared to the spirit box?
Book.
A book? I have a lot of books. Or the the fact that they said book and I immediately looked across the room and the first book that I saw was my journal. Do you mean my journal? Should I be working on my journal? Or have you been sat or standing over by my book, maybe? Now, in here in this building, I do know that there were a lot of child spirits here. So I wonder if maybe it's one of the child spirits who's just kind of like wandered around and been like, there's a yellow book over there. Like, that could have been completely coincidental, but to be honest, with my practice, I don't particularly believe
It's not easy.
What's not easy? You mean my practice? Because that's what I was on about. It's definitely not. But I don't tend to believe in coincidences, to be honest. Or do you mean that it's not easy to communicate through these? Like, is the energy pretty low? Like, I get that the sun is very blinding right now, so I don't know if... Does that make it more difficult for you to try and communicate during the day? Is it easier at night? I would think it would be easier at night, because that's when most of us do all of our investigations anyways. Because, I don't know, for some reason, like, nighttime with the liminal states and the energies of the moon, I would suppose that it is a little bit easier to do things at night. Am I on the right path? Am I going along the right lines?
You want it.
I want it? I mean, there's a lot of things that I want. I want to be able to communicate with you. There are things that I'm longing for, sure. But I think I need a little bit more specifics on that. And I would say I would go and do a tarot reading, but I need a new deck because my cat had an accident and destroyed my working deck. So, well, I suppose I do have two other tarot decks. But they're a little bit more difficult for me to interpret. One of my decks is quite difficult to interpret, but there is a companion.
I lived here.
You lived here? See, I thought so. Did you live in this particular building or in this city? I'm sorry about the mess. I have ADHD. I have a feeling that if you lived here before, either you're not very happy with the mess currently, or you're not all too bothered. I don't know why I keep, like, looking up. Like, they could just be standing right in front of me, or, like, at my bed, or whatever. I don't know why I keep looking up. It's funny, like, whenever the voice comes through, like, my heart just jumps. And I know it's definitely not my POTS. One of the biggest worries that I have about doing paranormal investigations is my POTS. because my heart rate can spike at any moment for seemingly no reason whatsoever, I worry that if I'm out on an investigation, my heart rate and my anxiety
I'm confused.
will never be. I'm confused as well. Do you need me to explain what POTS is? Because if you used to live here, a pot to you is what you cook in. So POTS is a it's an autonomic nerve disorder that makes you really dizzy, makes you really unwell. It can cause your heart rate to spike. It can make you dizzy, short of breath, not able to just do generalized things. Can cause like muscle weakness and cramping and all this kind of stuff, and it does make a lot of my pain worse. So I think that's as simplified as I can explain it, but there's a lot that goes along with POTS. POTS is the abbreviated term for postural orthostatic tachycardia syndrome. So I really worry sometimes that when I do these investigations and I try to speak to or communicate with spirits or entities, energies, I'm worried
Come
that...
forward.
Come forward? Come forward where? Are you talking to me or someone else? Is there someone shy?
Come forward.
I don't know what that means. I am actually this is not a symptom of my POTS. I know that much. I'm actually my hairs are standing on end. You can't see this on but I'm actually getting shivers currently from like the back of my neck and downwards. That is
Consciousness.
consciousness. Yeah. I'm definitely feeling some kind of consciousness. Hello? Wow.
You.
Me? Yeah, I'm definitely feeling some kind of consciousness. Is it still the person who used to live here? Or has someone else joined us? It has actually gotten a little bit colder. Now that we're getting a little bit more activity, there's definitely like... I know that this is not a casual symptom of my own conditions. I don't feel like I'm currently palpitating, so I feel like I might be okay, but I do worry about doing investigations because I don't feel like my anxiety or my heart will be necessarily accurate. That was a windowsill creak.
Missing.
Missing? Who's missing? Or is someone missing me, or maybe I'm missing them? I mean, if that's the case, I do miss my dad, my granddad, my granny. Well, I say my granddad, my papa. I called him my papa. My papa Bob. His name was Robert. He was like my pride and joy. I loved that man.
Scratch.
Scratch? Does someone need head scratches? Or is there a scratch on me somewhere? I guess I can ask my wife to check me over in a little bit, make sure that someone's not tried to scratch me. Please don't scratch me. That's not the good vibes that we asked for. We're only having good vibes in here. Because if you start not being nice, I will go and get all of my cleansing tools. You respect me and I respect you. That's how this works. Just one singular fly.
Be quiet.
Excuse me? This is my room. How rude.
Asylum.
Asylum? Oh, let me guess. Someone thinks I should be in an asylum. Yeah, that's not the first time I've heard that. One singular fly. How strange. So what I'm gathering so far is the responses. I have a feeling that they're kind of more curious than anything. It's not like you've heard me asking questions. We don't get a response to any questions as of yet. But they do tend to respond to the conversation that I'm having. And they probably find it really, really weird that I'm talking to some kind of magical box in front of me and speaking to them through another magical box. So
What is that?
Exactly. So this is a mobile phone, and this is something that we use to communicate with people. Like, we all have these now, and we can talk to people through them, and we can communicate with you through it now. And this that I have in front of me, this is called a tablet. So I can access things like the internet, which you probably didn't have back then, but it's another form of communication. And they have cameras so that I can record myself, so that I can let other people in different places all over the world see me. So they're devices that help with communication. I suppose that would be kind of scary and confusing to someone who's never seen
What's your name?
What's my name? My name is Vesper. What's your name? But you see what I mean? Like, they respond to when I'm having a conversation and talking about things. And like, they're not answering my questions specifically. So I feel like if this is the same energy that came in at first, that was curious about the fact that they used to live here, like, they talk kind of almost like they're wandering around and just kind of like, what's this? And this is all very different. And they're now curious about me, asking what my name is. My name is Vesper. I don't think I'm gonna get their name, but we never know. We might. I am gonna give this maybe another minute or two. So you have another couple
Disgusting.
Disgusting? Yeah, no, I agree with you. This room is not very clean. I have been slacking on the chores in my house. I'm sorry. If this is still you, that you used to live here, I can guarantee you're not very happy with how clean this house is. I'm not very happy with how clean this house is. There's laundry everywhere. I'm sorry. I will try to get it all cleaned up, I promise.
How did you get here?
How did I get here? Well, I moved here a few years ago. This has been my house for 6 years. Hello, Netflix. I know that that's definitely not anything spiritual. That happens on Netflix all the time, where it'll be quiet and then randomly it'll turn on. Yeah, so I've been in this house for about 6 years.
How do you feel?
How do I feel? Honestly, kind of curious. My hands are a little hot. I guess this is a very interesting interaction. I'm very, very curious about you and whoever else might be here, whoever's curious enough to communicate with us. Especially because if you used to live here, I would like to know a little bit more about your story, know about how you lived here. So far we
Can you repeat?
About me wanting to know your story, know about how you lived here, if this is where you lived before. We've already had one person who thinks that I should be in an asylum, and someone else who thinks that this room is disgusting, and I definitely agree with you. Definitely agree with you. This room is not... Can't believe I've been getting called out by entities on my bedroom. I don't disagree with them though. Do you have anything else that you would like to say? We're gonna do this for another couple of minutes, and then
Living room.
in the living room. In the living room, there's my dog, Cerberus. Cerberus is in the living room. That room doesn't get used very often either. We tend to be mostly in the bedroom or in the office. The office is well, actually I have 2 altars. So I have an altar in the office and I have an altar in the living room. I think whoever used to live here is just kind of wandering around my house trying to figure out why it's different. Well, I guess I should say our house, right? But as far as I'm concerned, like, these apps, they're getting a 10 out of 10 for me. Especially this Alice Box one. Like, this one we've gotten the most communication out of, and the one before, the Vox that does all of the sweeping, that one is really, really interesting. And I think we'll maybe get a little bit more from that.
Superior.
Who's superior? Do you mean the technology is superior, or you think that... Like, this is what I keep saying. It responds to conversation. They're not responding specifically to questions. They're not interested in my questions right now. They're not interested in giving me a name. I don't even know if they can give me a name through this Alice box. Because I don't know what words are pre-recorded in it. But it seems like there is quite a large dictionary even for the free version. So I think the Vox will be used at a different time. I'll maybe try that again later on tonight. But this is actually really, really good. I don't understand what the reviews have been when it comes to the Vox or the just the GhostTube on its own, but these are really, really good apps. I did not expect them to come out this way.
I'm from here.
You're from here? Well, it is nice to meet you, whoever you are, but I am now going to close off the ghost tube. So thank you for communicating with me. Oh, it's bleeping at me because I just moved it closer to the tablet. But thank you very much for communicating with me. But I'm going to go now. I will talk to you again soon. Goodbye. So easy as that. Closed off the phone. These do not work in the background as far as I'm aware, so I'm not going to have random voices coming through my phone. But yeah, these are really, really interesting, and I think I'm going to keep playing around with them, and I'm going to do some sessions over next to like my altar and stuff. And yeah, I think these are really fun. And I'm not going to cut these videos either. I'm not going to edit them. I'm going to let you guys watch me and these videos and listen to these just completely raw. So if you liked what you watched and you want to see more of these, give it a like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Share it with your friends, share it with your nan, share it with your mom, share it with your dog. Like, share it around. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to do more of these, and I will see you in the next spooky paranormal video.